Welcome back everybody. Let's have a look at SXP then. So yesterday we made a video on this and you know, no one really watched it, but if they did they would have heard me say, and you can go back and have a look at it, that we will bounce from here, and if we are able to reclaim the center of the Bollinger Band, which would be around about at the time it was around just short of 350, then we will reclaim $4. So I saw that as an epic trade, put my money in it, and despite everything that went happened today, you know, all those pullbacks, it met that criteria. And there we go, we hit the $4. Now I'm not saying subscribe to this channel because I make good calls, because I'm not a financial advisor. That's not what I'm about, and none of this is financial advice, but I have to say that I was on the money there, and that was what, let's just count that from the bottom to the top, from where I purchased it from. It wasn't below $3. Make more sense on the daily actually. It was when we got about, it was around about when we reclaimed this area here, and so up to $4, 30%. Thank you very much. That was very nice, and I prefer to keep that in my bank account. So what I did, I always keep a fair bit of this now for its fundamental value. It looks like it's got a long way to go in the future, but personally that was an epic trade. No need for leverage, no need for any of that nonsense. 30%. Epic. So what we want to do now is work out where we're going to go from here, and because the chart is so small, it's very difficult to give you an absolute answer of the short term. Are we going to pull back from here, or are we going to go down a little bit? I think we probably are actually. I think we're going to come back down to test the center of this Bollinger Band, so I think we're going to come back down to around about $3.40 before finding our way another bounce. That is not the absolute case. What we're looking to do is, and this is something anyone can do, right? Anyone can do this. What I would suggest is, I don't want, you know, if you can give a man a fish and he gets fed for a day, teach a man to fish and he can fish whenever he wants. And what I want you to do is learn to fish, really. And what I'm telling you here is, on the 4-hourly chart is the best way to trade SXP, because the chart is so small that we don't have much other to go by, and trading it on an hourly doesn't really mean much. Trading it on a 4-hourly is a nice middle ground. Still a low time frame for me, but it works quite well. And what we see, and what we've been seeing with most coins, is they tend to be trending upon the 10 exponential moving average, and this is what you need to get up. So get your indicators up, set up the 10 exponential moving average. For me, that 10 is this peachy color, and also I've got a 10 simple moving average, which is this skinny blue one. So as you can see, we were riding this up perfectly. Each time we come down to test it, being supported on it, every single time being tested on it, even with these big ones and these big pullbacks tested on it. This was an anomaly, but you could class this as parabolic. So we broke down beneath it, and then what happened is we were using that as resistance and being rejected from it each time. So you can see candle bodies closing, dumping, coming up, rejected, dumping, testing, dumping, testing, dumping, testing, closing beneath, a couple of little bits and bobs here, and we had this green 50 exponential, which is always an important one, so always have that one on as well. And then test dump, 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 and then we got basically to the bottom of the Bollinger Band, which we hadn't seen in a long time, which was basically a bit of a buy signal, and that's one of the main reasons that we decided to buy it back. So what we're looking to do now, test the 10 simple, alright, which the 10 exponential, sorry, or the 10 simple, either or, they're all quite close to each other. A 10 exponential at this moment in time, 350, center of the Bollinger Band, 340, and just below that 335 as the 10 simple, and it just did a little tick up as we spoke just there. I don't know if you noticed that. Anyway, it's all very much around the same kind of levels, and if we were to pull back from here, which I expect what we probably will do, these are the areas where you're basically looking for a bounce, and then what we want to do is ride that up. So every single time it bounces and every time it dumps or pulls back, probably is what is most likely to happen, we'll be testing these areas, 10 exponential moving average will have it for you. The second pass after that will be the center of the Bollinger Band, and then after that will be the 10 simple, and then the green 50 exponential, which are all basically in the same area. So there's enormous support right now on the 4 hourly for this. If we did pull back, I don't think we'd be pulling back much further. We won't be seeing yesterday's lows. We'll be bouncing around these areas and then hoping to ride this. Now we've got a nice curve on these at the moment, especially the 10 exponential, so that nice curve should continue up, and that will be our support at this kind of rate like that. We have a cross now on the 4 hourly also with the MACD, which is just managed to dip its toes into the bearish territory and pulled back at the last minute, which is kind of a really good sign, because it means that there's plenty of room for it to go, plenty of room for it to diverge from each other. We've also got the the RSI well in a comfortable zone for some nice big moves. Money flow index also in a comfortable zone. There's no reason for me to think that we're going to see yesterday's lows again at this moment in time. It doesn't look like that. If we did pull back, it will only be pulling back to those levels. Now I took profit on a lot of what I've got, but I always keep some stashed away for its fundamental value, because this is one of those coins that I like the idea of, because it adds fundamental value to a consumer. So there's so many cryptos out there, most of them will never mean anything to anybody, you know, they run in the background doing something, but this one at the core of it will be normal people who don't use crypto actually may end up walking around with crypto in their pocket, and I like that idea. That's adoption, that's what we want, and so for that reason this one gets a tick for me for a long-term hold. And I don't often have coins that I hold long term, so that ticks the box for me. This one, Bat Token, StormX, they tick those boxes, and that's what I want to tick. This one actually looks like it's really does have some promising fundamental value to it, and so I'm very happy to hold about 1,000 of these indefinitely, see where it goes over the next few years. Anyway, I'm going to leave it with you there. Just a real quick update on that. No one really watches this SXP business. Maybe not enough people are trading it, I don't know, or maybe people don't really care, but I'll make them anyway. Anyway, I hope you have a nice evening. You take it easy. Thank you for watching, and subscribe.